from September the 14th to the 18th during the Chuseok holiday to facilitate parking for local residents and returning visitors. The schools and institutions offering parking are educational facilities and will operate without management personnel, unlike regular parking lots. Therefore, users are required to leave contact information in case of emergencies or for vehicle protection. Users are also advised to refrain from parking in non-designated areas or leaving their vehicles after the open period, such actions could cause inconvenience. The Busan Metropolitan Government said today that it has established a cooperation and support system with the Seoul Metropolitan Government for workcation, or remote work from vacation spots between the two cities. This initiative is the result of the Busan-Seoul Mutual Cooperation Agreement signed by Busan Mayor Park Kyung-jun and Seoul Mayor Oh Se-hun on August the 23rd at the Busan City Hall. On August the 26th, the Busan Center for Creative Economy and Innovation, which is overseeing Busan's Workation Project, and Seoul Business Agency, which is in charge of the Seoul SME Workation Support Project, signed a business agreement to specifically connect the two cities' workation projects. In international news, Boeing's new CEO, Kelly Ortberg, has urged workers not to strike, warning it could jeopardize the company's recovery. This plea comes just hours before a key union vote that could lead to industrial action. Earlier this week, Boeing executives and union representatives agreed on a deal offering a 25% pay raise over 4 years, but it still requires approval from union members. And now taking a quick look at the weather here. It's currently 32 degrees Celsius in Busan City under mostly clear skies. And that will have to do it for this hour's news. Thank you for joining us. You're listening to BEFM, 부산영어방송.
Your best choice. BEFM, 부산영어방송.
Coming up next is Midday Mate with Nick Greenwood. BEFM, 부산영어방송.
It is hot right now, but in a month or two, it's all going to change. Leaves will start falling, temperatures will start dropping. Autumn is among us, which means it's prime time to grab your favorite warm beverage and a blanket for a cozy movie night at home. For the list of the all-time best 4 movies, we're taking all movies set during autumn into account. They will include holiday season staples, spooky movies, blockbusters, animated and family, and more. Today, we're going to talk about the best autumn movies to celebrate the season. It's Thursday, September the 12th, 2024. This is Midday Mate. Let's go!
By the bedside table, the curtains are closed, the cat's in a cradle. Who would have thought that a boy like me could come to this? I just died in your arms tonight. There must have been something you said. I just died in your arms tonight. sign my name on the list. I try to be discreet, but then blow it again. I've lost and found, it's my final mistake. She's loving by proxy, no give and all take. 'Cause I've been thrilled to fantasy one too many times. Oh, I'm dying in your arms tonight. It must have been something you said. I'm dying in your arms tonight. Oh, I'm dying in your arms tonight. It must have been some kind of kiss. I should have walked away. I should have walked away. It was a long, hot night. She made it feel right. But now it's over, the moment is gone. I follow my hands with my head. I know I was wrong. I just died in your arms tonight. It must have been something you said. I just died in your arms tonight. I just died in your arms tonight. It must have been some kind of kiss. I should have walked away. I should have walked away.
What a classic that was, right? That was I Just Died in Your Arms Tonight by Cutting Crew. Now, Cutting Crew lead singer Nick Van Eed said, "It's a song written about my girlfriend, who is actually the mother of my daughter. We got back together for one night after a year apart, and I guess there were some fireworks, but all the time tinged with a feeling of, should I really be doing this? Hence the lyrics, I should have walked away. I know it sounds corny, but I awoke that morning and wrote the basic lyrics within an hour and wrote and recorded the demo completely within 3 days. Now, this song has been sampled or interpolated by a number of rap and R&B artists. Jay-Z did a remake of the song, and Amory used it on a track, I Just Died. A great song. I didn't know it had that interesting meaning behind it. And I do love the expression, there were fireworks that night. Kind of like 불꽃사랑, right? It's kind of spicy. I like a bit of spicy fireworks. Maybe a bit of TMI. Anyway, welcome to the show, everybody. This is Midday Mate. It is Thursday. Hope you're having a wonderful day so far. You are live in the studio in Busan on this Thursday afternoon. This is 90.5, BEFM 90.5 in Busan and 103.3 FM in the Gijang, Cheongwan, Noksan areas. I am your host, Nick, and the next 2 hours are going to be fantastic. We've got a lot of messages coming in. And actually, I really like this one. I have to scroll up a little bit, but who was it that said it? Someone said, we had Jinli님 saying, hi, 오늘 청소년에게 이 노래 소개해봐야겠어요. 반응이 궁금하네요. I don't know how young people, teenagers, would react to this kind of music. Because when my father would say, hey Nick, listen to this song, it's my favorite band, I would just be like, oh, this is such an old band, Dad. It's an old music. When I got older, I ended up enjoying it, but I'm also curious how the younger generation, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, would react to these classics. Good question. Good thought as well. Welcome to the show, everybody. Lots of people coming in. Ponim, welcome to the show. Good to see you. Soinim, hello there. Sangmin Parknim, good to see you. 어느 멋진 날님. And also, who do we have? 별이 전령님. Is this your first time, or did you join a few days ago? Nonetheless, welcome to the show. Now, 어느 멋진 날님 saying, I checked the BFM website and realized that Nick is the writer of the show, and then calling me a man of many talents, and I appreciate it, but I just want to tell you, I'm not really the writer. I do a small part in the show, but we have a dedicated team of writers who are way more talented than I am. I cannot write a radio show on my own. I would struggle, but thank you for thinking that of me. There is a team who is very, very talented. 감사합니다. 그래도. Choi Seung-nim as well saying, hello, it's really cool today up in Pohang. I hope the weather is nice. I know Pohang, the last time I went there, it was a very windy city. I went to see the, Homigot, and it was so windy and beautiful. I really enjoyed my time in Pohang. Well, it's good to see you, everybody. I'm going to tell you what's going on in today's show. In hour one, we have Listomania, where we introduce various kinds of list. And like we mentioned in the intro, we're going to be talking about the best fall movies to celebrate the season. I love movies. We also have a guest today who is going to be talking about movies. Great stuff. And that is with Michael Garrett for Close Up. Each week, we give you an intimate look at the works of an accomplished actor or director. And then in hour number two, today's quotes. We introduce encouraging quotes from famous people, followed by bite-sized banter. Daily fun conversations, a bit of chit-chat, a bit of banter, with our friend Kimberly going over a specific theme. After that, we have Don't Make a Scene, where we introduce useful English expressions after listening to a short clip. And then, a new segment, Timeless Earworms. A very interesting name. Timeless Earworms. I'm even looking forward to this as well. This is where we introduce English songs that are unforgettable. So it's like an earworm. It's kind of a gross thought, but it burrows into your ear and it doesn't come out unless you have surgery, right? It's an interesting name. I love it though. I like it very much. And of course, I'll be checking your messages throughout the show. I'm going to tell you today's text topic. 오늘의 텍스트 토픽입니다. What do you want to achieve this autumn in particular? What do you want to achieve this autumn in particular? 올 가을에 이 특별히 이루고 싶은 것은 무엇인가요? 올 가을에 특별히 이루고 싶은 것은 무엇인가요? For example, I want to exercise more. I want to read more. I want to get a job. I want to quit my job. What do you want to accomplish this autumn? Send your answers to pound 9050, 샵 9050, should cost you 101. Kakao Talk message, you can just search for BEFM or 부산영어방송, and you can send us a message for free. You can also use the smartphone app, search the same thing in any app store, or even better, you can go onto YouTube Live and you can communicate and talk with our wonderful community. You can see inside the studio, have a bit of fun. It's a more dynamic way to get involved. I see Young Nim coming in. Good to see you, saying, it's been a while, Nick. It has been a while. It's been a few weeks. I remember when I was a guest on All-Star English a couple of weeks back. You messaged in a few times, right? Am I right? I think you did as well. It's good to see you. Thank you for coming in as well. Penguin Nim, hello. Good to see you, my friend. We are going to take a song break, and then we'll be back with a Listomania. This is a classic, Summer of 69 by Bryan Adams.
I got my first real six-string, bought it at the five and dime, played it till my fingers bled. Was the summer of 69. Me and some guys from school had a band and we tried real hard. Jimmy quit, Jody got married. Should've known we'd never get far.
We just listened to Summer 69 by Bryan Adams. A great song right there. Seeing people really do enjoy this song. Soinim, I know you love this song. 선곡 너무 좋아요. I agree. 동의합니다. It's a great song to kind of lift our spirits today. And as someone who I would like to lift their spirits is 미옥스텔리님, who messaged in saying, "Hi Nick, I was stuck in bed all morning with a headache, but the first song lifted my mood." I'm really happy about that. I'm excited for today's new segments. They sound like so much fun. I do hope you're feeling better. Don't overdo it though. I'm really glad you're tuning in, but if your headache gets worse, just get some rest. Get some rest and hopefully you'll feel better by tomorrow. Thank you for messaging in as well. Now, it is time for our next segment, Listomania. And I am excited for today because it's about movies and I'm not a movie buff, so I'm not an expert. 영화 전문가가 아닌데요, but I do love a good movie every now and then. And today we're going to go over the best fall movies to celebrate the season. Now, this is a list that's been compiled of good movies for the season. You could watch them anytime, but during this, tell me your favorite movies to watch during the autumn season. If you have one, even if not during autumn, anytime, do you have an ultimate movie of all time? This list is just compiled based on somebody's opinion, not yours, not necessarily mine. So tell me your movies as well. The first movie is Good Will Hunting, and this was 1997. Have you seen this one? It's Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, right? A virtually perfect drama that's very funny, it's romantic, it's moving. It actually launched the A-list careers of Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. Now, the duo's Oscar-winning screenplay centers on a mathematics genius grappling with mental health issues, a lady love, and small-town trappings as well. Good Will Hunting struck a chord with audiences worldwide, grossing about 20 times its budget. And of course, Robin Williams, one of the stars of the show, he won Best Supporting Actor Oscar for an indelible turn as a grieving psychotherapist. I did enjoy Good Will Hunting, only seen it once. Might have to watch it a second time if it's good for this season. Onomotin Nalnim as well saying your all-time favorite movie. Interesting. Are you a math genius as well? Do you understand all of the mathematical formulas he's writing on the board? It amazes me that people are that smart with mathematics. The next movie on this list is actually my top 10 favorite movies of all time. I love this movie. It's a childhood movie for me. It's Edward Scissorhands. Have you seen Edward Scissorhands? If you're looking on YouTube Live, there's a picture of the DVD case. It's Johnny Depp, and it's Edward Scissorhands from 1990. The Korean title is 가위손. Literally, he has scissors for hands, and he cuts people's hair, and he makes mistakes, and it's a really moving film. It's a very enchanting movie by Tim Burton. It could only be by Tim Burton, a movie like this. It's kind of mystical, happy, but also sad and melancholy at the same time. Now, it's a classic movie, and one thing I do love about this is the kind of liminal spaces in the movie. Now, a liminal space가 뭐냐면, you know a liminal space? A liminal space, it's like a hallway, like an open space that's kind of creepy. If you've seen the movie Vivarium, everything looks the same. All houses look the same. No differences. The sky looks perfect. The clouds are perfect. It's so perfect, it's creepy. That's kind of a liminal space, and Edward Scissorhands is full of these liminal spaces. Next on this list is another classic, E.T., the Extraterrestrial from 1982. Now, no list on the greatest family films ever made is complete without E.T., of course. It captured the hearts and imaginations of millions, dethroning 1977's Star Wars to become the highest-grossing film at the time. Like so many of Spielberg's finest films, much of E.T.'s greatness comes from the sweeping orchestral score by John Williams. Here is a blockbuster for the ages, but it hits us in the feels, right? It makes you feel so sad. You know that famous scene where his finger lights up and he joins it with his friend, and then they ride the bike past the moon. It's magical. is absolutely magical. I love it. Next on this list, we have another Tim Burton movie. I guess it's kind of related to Christmas, but I would say it's more of a family Halloween movie. It's The Nightmare Before Christmas. It's an animated movie. And Tim Burton, he made this. It's a Halloween Christmas mashup. It's kind of creepy, the kind of claymation, stop-motion-y kind of animation. It's creepy but heartwarming as well. It's become so popular that it's actually become its own brand. But it is a special film in its own merits, and people compare it to, the greatness of Star Wars in terms of how good it is as well. 영님 saying, 가위선 정말 재밌게 봤는데 저 영화 보고 가위로 내면 내 머리 이발한다고 머리 완전 이상하게 된 기억이 나네요. Don't try and cut your hair after watching a movie. He perfected his talents after a long time as well. 이선임님 coming in with a quote from It's Not Your Fault. Goodwill Hunting 명대사죠. I guess this is maybe one of your favorite movies as well. Interesting stuff. What do we have here? We have Scent of a Woman. It's a very provocative title. Scent of a Woman. The Korean title is 여인의 향기. Although you might assume he has a whole stack of them by now, Al Pacino won his only Academy Award for his portrayal of retired Army Ranger Frank Slade, a blind and cantankerous alcoholic in the care of a prep student over Thanksgiving. It was nominated for Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Adapted Screenplay for the Oscars. Now we have one more movie on this list. It's The Addams Family. Dun-dun-dun-dun. You remember that theme tune? Yeah. Maybe a lot of you have watched the Netdeng TV series Wednesday, right? It came out 1 year ago, 2 years ago. But it follows the daughter, Wednesday, of the Addams Family as she goes to school, right? And it's based on the original Addams Family. And The Addams Family Values is a movie from 1993, the sequel to the 1991 smash hit, The Addams Family. It's best known today for an extended sequence in which Wednesday Addams goes off and she plays an anarchic, fiery, bloodbath-causing girl. And this scene wouldn't get a green light today for many reasons. It's gleefully absurdity. It also features a lot of famous actors in it too. And that was our list for Listomania of perfect films for this era of fall. It's not good. Okay, I watched a movie 3 nights ago, a Korean movie, probably not recommended, but I really enjoyed it. It's an old movie from 1999, so not that old, but it's Happy End. Have you seen it? It's 최민식이 출연한 영화인데요. It was so intense. Oh my goodness, I was on the edge of my seat watching this movie. Classic. And 최민식 in 1999, he looks so young. He looks so young and good looking. I was really surprised because just a few years later, he did Old Boy and he looks like 10 years older, even though it's only 4 or 5 years later, that movie. Great movie nonetheless. All right, we're going to take a song break and then we'll be right back. This is High by Lighthouse Family.
When you're close to tears, remember someday it'll all be over. One day we're gonna get so high. Though it's darker than December, what's ahead is a different color. One day we're gonna get so high. And at the end of the day, remember the days when we were close to the edge, and we wonder how we made it through. And at the end of the day, remember the way we stayed so close till the end. We remember it was me and you, 'cause we are gonna be forever, you and me. You will always keep flying high in the sky of love. Don't you think it's time you started doing how we made it through. And at the end of the day, remember the way we stayed so close till the end. Remember, it was me and you, 'cause we are gonna be forever, you and me. Always keep flying high in the sky of love. 'Cause we are gonna be forever, you and me. Always keep flying high in the sky of love. End of the day, remember the days when we were close to the edge, and I wonder how we made it through. And at the end of the day, remember the way we stayed so close till the end. But remember, it was me and you, 'cause we are gonna be forever, you and me. Always keep flying high in the sky of love. 'Cause we are gonna be forever, you and me. Always keep flying high in the sky of love. 'Cause we are gonna be forever, you and me. Always keep flying high in the sky of love. 'Cause we are gonna be forever, you and me. Always keep flying high in the sky of love.
That was High by Lighthouse Family, welcoming you back to Midday Mate. It's 12:34 in the afternoon on a Thursday. We just came back from our segment Listomania, going over some of the best movies to watch during the autumn period. Of course, this is all subjective. But from the messages that are coming in, it seems a lot of people really enjoyed Good Will Hunting. And it is a classic movie as well. 오늘 멋진 날님, who said it was their favorite movie, said, I took a maths class for economics at Harvard. I remember you went to Harvard, didn't you? But I don't know the math problems that Matt Damon solved in the movie. If you can solve them in the movie, then you should work for like the CIA or NASA or something, because that's a real talent. Yeah, great movie though. 소희님 saying, 해피엔드 보셨구나. 전도연, 최민식. You know, my favorite Korean movies are all from like 1995 to 2005. 딱 그 시간에 제일 좋아하거든요. Like Memories of Murders, 살인의 추억, 그리고 올가미. And like Happy End I really liked as well. I love that old vibe. The old, especially when the actors look so young. The camera is not perfect, but it has, I don't know how to explain it. The camera looks vintage and it has heart. And it feels real. And I think that's why I love movies from the 90s and from the early 2000s as well. Any more movies that you like, please send them in. We got a nice message from Jinlinim, who wants to start something, saying, 갑자기 떠올랐어요. 시 한 편 도전해 볼게요. 나이 더 들면서 씻으며 살고 싶거든요. That's really awesome. If you want to write poems, I think you should. And if you ever write one that you are proud of, please share it with us. And with your permission, I'd love to read it because I do like poetry. And I think this show would suit poetry too. So 화이팅, 진리님. If you get the confidence, please send one my way. I would be very honored. 소희님, coming in with more cheesy stuff, but I love it. Saying, Nick, 하나 궁금한 게 있는데 Nick 혈액형이 어떻게 되나요? 혹시 미남형? You're making me cringe on air, my friend Soinem. I appreciate the cheese, but in all honesty, I don't know my blood type exactly. I think it might be O. I might have remembered my mum telling me when I was really young, but I can't remember. And I've tried to go and give blood in Korea, but because I'm from England and I lived there in the 90s, they don't accept blood donations from British people from the 90s because there was I think it was mad cow disease in the 90s. It could cause something, I don't know. It's not good. You can't give blood basically if you're British and from the 90s, which is unfortunate because I could have also found out my blood type that way as well. Anyway, please keep sending us your messages. Lee Kelly-nim as well. Sending this is one of the best composers ever. This is Halloween. It's John Williams, right? It's John Williams. Yeah. Thanks for your message, man. 오늘 멋진 날님 saying that PD님, we love your music selection. Thank you. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. All right. Welcome back, everyone. I want to tell you our question of the day before we move on. 오늘의 텍스트 토픽입니다. What do you want to achieve this autumn in particular? 올 가을에 특별히 이루고 싶은 것은 무엇인가요? 알려주세요, 여러분. Send your messages to pound 9050 샵 9050, which will cost you 101. A KakaoTalk message, search for BEFM or 부산영어방송 in Korean. You can add us, send us messages for free. Also download the smartphone app as well. Or even better, go on YouTube, get involved with the community, see my... I don't want to say lovely face, just my face and the surrounding walls as well, and our next guest who will be here as well. I see a familiar name in the comment section. 태진 클럽님, 진짜 오랜만이에요. saying 진짜 닉 형이 돌아왔군요. 여행은 즐거웠는지 궁금합니다. 데이비드 형이 엄청 부러워하겠어요. David is jealous, and thank you very much. I had an amazing time traveling. It feels like so long ago, but I needed it. I haven't had a vacation in 10 years, like a long vacation in 10 years. So it was nice to see a bit of the world. David is very jealous. I rub it in his face whenever I can. But me and David are still very close. Thank you, Tejin Clubnim. And thanks for coming to join. It's great to see you again. We're going to take a song break, and then we're not going to take a song break. We're going to take a logo break because Michael Garrett is in the studio for Close Up. It is now time to talk movies with a good old chum of mine. It's Michael Garrett.
How you doing? How you doing, Nick?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing really well as well. It's good to see you again. It's good to be talking to you.
Yeah, it
again.
is. So anyone who's maybe newer to the show, back when I did the 4 p.m. duo with David, Michael Garrett was one of our guests. He is the station movie buff. And he would come in and we just talk movies, and
Yep.
I would often forget it's a radio show. I just want to rate the movie, talk about the movie.
Yep.
But yeah, you're here to talk about movies again.
I am, and this segment is called Close Up. In this one, we had Popcorn Time previously, and
Yes.
this one is called Close Up because I'm going to give you a close, intimate look at a certain accomplished actor or director each time. And today's close-up, just to jump right in, is about an actor who I expect will dominate the Chuseok box office.
Okay.
You were kind of talking about what are the best movies to watch in the autumn season. You know, Chuseok is a time when people have more time and they're visiting family. They might be wondering, what are we going to do with ourselves this whole time? We can't just sit and stare at ourselves or each other in the living room.
Oh, yeah.
Get out and see a movie at the theater. Is that something that you will typically do in the Chuseok holidays? Go see a movie with family?
I haven't been to the movie theatre in a long time, and of course because of OTT, partial laziness, partial financial reasons.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of incentives to stay home.
There are.
I'm waiting for that big blockbuster to come out.
Okay.
Something that requires like 4DX sound and the rumble, something you need the 분위기 for.
Yes.
Is there a movie like that?
There is. It comes out tomorrow, but of course they're doing that because they want people to see it over the Chuseok holiday, and it's Beterang 2.
2?
Yes.
Well, the first one's very famous.
Yes, very, very famous. And so the highlight actor of today's close-up is Hwang Jung-min, who is coming back to star in the sequel, Beterang. Of course, the first one, it came out in 2015. I mean, it's 9 years ago already.
Yeah.
That's a big gap between a movie and its sequel to come out. However, there are a lot of returning actors, and the director is also the same. One thing from the 2015, it was a massive hit at the time. And, you know, part of that was Hwang Jung-min, he kind of really came to life in this character as the sort of relentless and stubborn police officer who just won't listen to anybody. And he takes on a great villain in that, played by Yoo Ah-in. And in that one, he's kind of the young heir to a conglomerate. He's like the third generation. He's like, the law doesn't apply to me. Stop trying to arrest me, police. And there's corrupt police that are on his side. And it's basically Hwang Jung-min versus the world in that movie, which is a great one. It kind of reminded me if the Mel Gibson movies from Lethal Weapon, his role in that one, very similar to it because, you know, as a action star, Hwang Jung-min, he's not the biggest guy, and he won't like do the protein shakes and get huge for the roles. And so it's not like a Ma Dong-seok, like I'm going to punch you in the face. You're going to feel this kind of feeling from him. It's more like he gets mostly beat up.
That's what I love about Hwang Jung-min movies, because he kind of, like, he's a phenomenal actor, and this is not a disrespect. I feel like he plays kind of like the con artist kind of character, kind of the cheeky getting away with it character.
Yeah.
I think my favorite movie with him, I can't remember the name. It came out like 6 years ago. He owns like a DVD bang or a 노래방, and there is an exchange expat student who works for him. And he dies, he gets electrocuted in his business. And it's just about him trying to dispose of the body and trying to do the right thing. And he's so like, 버리버리하고. He's like, what do I do? He's such a good actor in those kinds of movies.
Yes, yeah. So that actually is something we're going to talk about now, is that some of his filmography, you almost kind of regret that he has had so much success in the action genre, because also I will tell you later that the role that I liked him the most in is not one of his action roles. And so the more that he becomes kind of like this stereotypical action star, it's kind of like the more I feel that I miss some of those sometimes side characters, kind of cameos, when he has 10, 15 minutes and he just crushes it and he's the one person you remember after you saw it. Some of that is also, you know, what I miss. But getting back to this, you know, Beterang, we're getting everybody back. So Ryu Seung-won, this is maybe like the fourth movie that they've done together. It's like Seung-won as Ryu Seung-won as the director and Hwang Jung-min as the action star. And then we're having a lot of the same actors coming back also. Oh Dar-soo is the police captain. He's really funny, always in that role. So returning all of those, it's an exciting one. But I also wanted to kind of hit some of the other things that he's done. With the original Beterang in 2015, go 1 year before that, and we have 국제 시장. And so if you combine those two things, think about that it was 1 year of in his career. And that is number 4 and number 5 in the box office domestic list of highest grossing movies of all time in Korea.
That was a huge movie. And you can see remnants of it even in Busan, right? There's the cafes about it as well. Really classic movie.
So the English title, Ode to My Father. The story of it, it's kind of the Forrest Gump Korean version. You know how Forrest Gump, he's just basically hitting through all these historical things through the decades in American history. But for 국제시장, he's hitting through the 1950s and 70s. There's the beginning of the Civil War. Everybody is evacuating from the north of the peninsula. He's part of that. His family gets separated in the movie. And then later on, he's trying to find family members again. Vietnam War is a big part of that. And so it's about kind of the one person who is representing what a lot of Korean people went through. And I do remember back in 2014, because I was here at that time.
Right.
I do remember that a lot of people were really engaging with that movie more than I've ever seen people, because it was almost like they were going through their own family history and thoughts and memories of, oh yeah, my dad did that and my dad went through that and he told me stories about that, and everybody had a kind of personal connection to the movie in a way that I've never really seen any other movie.
That's interesting, and that's why it probably grows so well in the country, because it's relatable. When you've got a movie, you've got Hollywood blockbusters coming out. They're more for example, I don't know, Marvel, Avengers. They're meant for everybody. No one can relate to them, so everyone can kind of turn off and have a good time. But a movie like 국제시장 is so important for the people because it's related to them, brings up certain memories as well, which is fantastic. We've got some messages coming in. We have 태진 클럽님 saying 같은 형사 무비인데 베테랑 2 이 범죄도시 넘어설지 궁금하신데요. So will it do better than 범죄도시?
If you're talking about 4 different movies with 범죄도시, the best one that has the biggest success so far was the second one for 범죄도시, not the first one. Well, and then it's gone down from there.
Really?
In the box office,
태진 클럽님 says 범죄도시 1은 재미있어요. 하셨어요. 최승님 says I was in tears watching 국제시장.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic,
it's a tearjerker, but in a good way. Of
course.
The parts that make you cry, it's usually because of something positive happening and not like a tragedy in the end. So that's another thing. You come out of it and you really feel refreshed as well.
진리님 saying 범죄도시 아직 안 본 1인 유유. She's yet to see it still. Please. Oh, he's yet to see it still. Please go and see it as well. We've got some more messages. 오늘 멋진 날님 saying Michael looks younger than before. That's good. That's good. You do look youthful.
There's a lot of I heard this about you too. The skin improved, and all the compliments. I think
필터가 있는 것 같아요.
Is there a camera?
Because my skin is not that shiny. Also, 미옥스텔리님 saying 마이클 다시 만날 수 있어서 기뻐요.
Oh, yes, I'm very happy to be here as well.
Always good to have Michael back.
Yeah.
So, let's move on. We're talking about Hwang Jung-min today. Right?
Yes, we are. And so getting to some of the other ones, we did talk about, you said, like, is it going to do better than The Outlaws and 범죄도시? Is it going to do better? I think the thing that kind of makes the movies decline eventually is that you always have to do something more than the previous movie. And so there's a little bit of a disease where if you have a villain in the first movie, like Yoon Kye-sang played like Jang Chen in the first 범죄도시. Fantastic. Yeah. There's a bathroom, airport fight scene that everybody remembers. And then the next movie, you have to have somebody who's crazier than the previous villain. Yeah. And then you keep having to up it. You can't have somebody who's, killing fewer people.
For sure.
That's a disease of it.
Like John Wick. Yeah. It has to increase in intensity each time, but then you get to the point where you say, this is ridiculous. So you got 적당히 해야 되는데, it's like, 선이 어디인지 잘 모르는데요.
Yeah, so hopefully there's been enough time between, and then Jung Hae-in is going to play the villain in 베테랑 2. So I think a lot of people are excited to see Jung Hae-in in this role.
Right.
He's the new blood in the movie, considering, and then with the 9-year gap, I feel pretty solid about it. And with the holiday, I think it will be a big success there. But moving on to some of the other Hwang Jung-min roles, like because we talked about how we're not the biggest fan of his acting in the action roles necessarily. Yeah. So I wanted to highlight some of the other ones. One that I was looking at very recently was his role in 달콤한 인생 from 2005. And this might actually count as you were talking about the Korean films from the 90s.
Yeah.
If we could just push that window a few years later too.
2005's good. Actually, you know what? I'll lie. Up until 2010, because there's my favorite movies are also like 추격자 and 악마를 보았다. And that's up until 2010. Yeah, 2005, great, love it.
Yeah, so this is same director as 악마를 보았다. So Kim Ji-yoon did 달콤한 인생, and then Lee Byung-hun was in also both of those movies. But in this one, Hwang Jung-min, he's not the leading man. And he hasn't really hit that in his career. Actually, same year as 2005, he did have a breakout movie like You Are My Sunshine, where he was the lead in that. But in this movie, 달콤한 인생, he's just a kind of deranged hitman for a mob boss. And he's one of three guys who are kind of trying to kill the character played by Lee Byung-hun, he got a job to kill somebody and then he refused to do it, and now everybody's turning on him. It feels like a little bit of a John Wick, but previous to the John Wick sort of action hype with no character development style of movie.
Yeah.
So great role for Hwang Jung-min, and going on the opposite side, not being the police, but being on the mob side, being the hitman, being the ruthless villain. And he's not even the main character on that side. He's not the main villain either. He's only in the movie for like 10 minutes, but he has a scar on the side of his face. He has that really close haircut. There's a famous scene. I won't say anything about what happens.
Right, yeah.
but he's alone with Lee Byung-hun on an ice rink. And they fight each other, and it's just it shows what a great actor he is.
Yeah.
Like, he will go over the top, but he'll pull it off.
Yeah.
With those characters, and I just love him in that. And it just shows that sometimes he only needs that 10 minutes to stay with you.
Yeah.
What else do I remember from this movie? It's that mostly that scene, him in it, and then some great stuff from Lee Byung-hun as well.
Yeah, I think because, he's an actor, he's obviously a very good-looking guy, but he's different, I guess, from what you would normally see in the more popular things where they're just too perfect looking.
Yeah.
It kind of takes you out of it sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, he wouldn't be a cop. He'd be a model for sure. But he's gritty, kind of like... I would kind of describe him like Soinim messaged in saying she loves Mad Max because of Tom Hardy. Kind of gruff, gritty, good looking.
Yeah.
And it makes it believable.
Yeah.
For me,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I would totally agree. Lou Gallonim messaging in, hello, saying, I've watched 국제시장 many times. Cried every time.
You even know it's coming and you still have to cry.
Sometimes you just need a good cry, right? Yeah. Busan Daddynim as well. Welcome to the show. Great to see you. And another movie is, I think, we've got time to mention it, is 곡성.
Yeah, 곡성. This one is my personal favorite, okay? So there's, for Hwang Jung-min in his role in the movie, I don't just mean the movie itself, although it's great. It was directed by Na Hong-jin. The story is about a town where there's it's almost like they got cursed and they're trying to figure out how it happened. There is a Japanese stranger living in the woods on the outside, on the outskirts of the town. Some people believe that he has cursed the town and it's his fault. Some people believe that he's actually hunting somebody who has cursed the town from within. Yeah. And so the beauty of the movie is that you're not sure about anybody in it. Chun Woo-hee plays the kind of woman in white character who might be evil, but she might be good as well. She might be a ghost, and you're just, I don't know what's happening. And the same thing is true for Hwang Jung-min's character, who plays a shaman who's there to kind of relieve the curse from the town. But you don't know, he kind of comes off like a kind of 사기꾼. His vibe, and you're looking at him and it's like, does he really think he's helping here, or all these the sage burning and the knife wielding, is this all just part of his con?
I watched 곡성 when it came out,
and
back then I'd only been in Korea for about 2.5 years, so I didn't know about this 무당 문화에 대해서 아무것도 몰랐거든요. Nothing about 무당. I didn't know about 구슬하는 것도 몰랐어요.
Yep.
So it was I thought it was really intense. And then suddenly they start doing all this, I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Why is it so colorful? And then the monster kind of creature, isn't it?
Yeah.
It got really strange for me, kind of like a bad trip or something.
Yeah, it's something that now everybody is so familiar with because of Pamyo. Pamyo really incorporated a lot of these, they have shamans in that, and they have the whole rituals, and it's like animal sacrifice and the knife dancing.
Yeah.
But it works so well in a movie because the intensity of those scenes is really good. And also when you have this idea of like a haunting, and it's almost like the Korean version of an exorcism.
Yeah, and I didn't know about that. I think I have to, because after watching especially movies, TV shows like The Glory and other things where there's a lot of that, I now understand that kind of culture more, so I can watch it and be a bit more understanding of it.
Yeah.
진리님 saying 영화인으로 황정민 천재인 것 같아요. Yeah, he is a movie genius for sure.
He is. And just one last thing here, because
Go on, quickly.
Hwang Jung-min is going to be in Busan for the film festival. On September 24th, they're going to make tickets available for all the movies at the Busan Gukje Yeongwaje. September 24th is a very important date, everybody. So if you want to see a movie, 2 p.m. September 24th, there is something called the Actors House.
Okay.
And Hwang Jung-min, you can buy a ticket for Man-won, and you will be able to sit and listen to him kind of talk about his career in person in Busan. And that's going to happen October 4th. But the ticket, like I said, September 24th, 2 p.m.
Okay, thank you for that. Gotta cut you off. Been a pleasure, and I look forward to next week as well, my friend. I'll see you around.
Okay, see you then.
All right, we are going to end the first half here. Don't go anywhere because we're coming back with a second half. This is Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus.
I hopped off the plane at LAX with a dream, my cardigan. Welcome to the land of fame excess. Am I gonna fit in? Jumped in the cab, here I am for the first time. Look to my right and I see the Hollywood sign. This is all so crazy.
Your bridge to the world. BEFM 부산 영어방송.
부산의 축제 어디까지 즐겨보셨나요? 과거와 현재, 미래가 공존하는 항구도시 부산. 이곳 부산은 계절을 물들이는 다양한 축제로 늘 풍성합니다. 봄의 시작을 알리는 봄꽃 축제부터 부산의 여름을 만끽하는 바다축제, 전 세계 영화인들이 모이는 부산국제영화제와 새로운 시작의 해맞이 축제까지. 부산의 축제는 우리의 열정을 가득 담고 있습니다. 바쁜 일상은 잠시 뒤로 하고 특별한 시간을 선물 받는 바로 이곳 부산에서 우리의 삶은 축제가 됩니다. 축제로 하나 되는 부산, 여러분은 어떤 축제를 기다리시나요? 이 캠페인은 대선공익재단과 BFM 부산영어방송이 함께합니다.
Want to be a friend of BFM 부산영어방송? You can chat with BFM through our Kakao Talk service. You can share your messages and photos through Kakao Talk, and you can easily become BFM's Kakao friend by searching BFM through the Find a Friend option. Come share and chat with us at BFM anytime, anywhere for free. Don't forget to add BFM 부산영어방송 to your Kakao friends list.
Man, I haven't got a chance. I call him.
도박에 노출된 아이들의 구조 신호를 잘 들어보세요.
이거 해도 되나?
이렇네. 나 용돈 좀 올려줘.
친구가 준 거예요.
아, 엄마, 나 알바 좀 하면 안 돼?
아이들의 일상을 관심 있게 들여다보면 도박으로 힘겨워하는 아이들의 구조 신호가 들립니다. 다양한 형태로 드러나는 청소년 도박, 그들의 구조 신호에 응답해주세요. 청소년 도박 문제는 전문가 상담이 필요합니다. 공익광고협의회.
The time is now 1 o'clock.
A red wine. Wish I could shut my Playboy mouth. How'd I turn my shirt inside out? Inside out, right? Control your poison, babe. Roses are thorns, they say. And we're all getting hoes tonight. What going on the floor? I love this record, baby, but I can't see straight anymore. Keep it cool. What's the name of this club? I can't remember, but it's alright, alright. Just dance, gonna be okay. Da-da-doo-doo, just dance. And that record, babe. Da-da-doo-doo, just dance. Gonna be okay. Dance.
When I come through on the dance floor, checking out that catalog. Can't believe my eyes, so many women without a flaw. And I ain't gon' give it up, steady tryna pick it up like a call. I'ma hit it, I'ma leave it, latch onto it until tomorrow, yeah. Shorty, I can see that you got so much energy. The way you're twirling up them hips round and round. There's no reason at all why you can't leave here with me. In the meantime, stay, let me watch you break it down and dance. Gonna be okay.
Da-da-doo-doo, just dance. And that record, babe. Da-da-doo-doo, just dance. Gonna be okay. Da-da-doo-doo, just dance. And that record, babe. Da-da-doo-doo, just dance. Gonna be okay. Gonna be okay.
Amazing music.
Let's go.
Have sex like click, six, hypnotic, go, go, no burn, it's fun. Have sex like click, six, hypnotic, go, no burn, it's fun. Have sex like click, six, hypnotic, go, go, no burn, it's fun. Have sex like click, six, hypnotic, go, no burn, it's fun. Go, use your muscle, carve it out, work it, hustle.
I got it, just stay close enough to get it.
Don't slow, drive it, clean it, lights out, bleed it, spend the last dough.
I got it,
In your pocket,
I got it,
just dance, gonna be okay. Da-da-doo-doo, just dance. Spin that record, babe. Da-da-doo-doo, just dance, baby. Da-da-doo-doo, just dance. Spin that record, babe. Da-da-doo-doo, gonna be okay. Spin that record, baby.
Can you believe it's been about 16 years since that song was released? I swear that's like a recent party tune. I remember, being in like a dancing club when I was in university or in, end of high school era. And I remember this song being the newest, hottest song. 16 years. Well, after writing for various artists, including the Pussycat Dolls, Lady Gaga, who wrote this song Just Dance, this was her first solo single release. The song finds her getting drunk and disoriented at a nightclub. She tells herself to just dance, forget about everything, and everything will be okay. She explained on her website that the underlying theme of the 2008 album The Fame is about how anyone can feel famous. Pop culture is art. It doesn't make you cool to hate pop culture, so I embraced it, and you hear it all over The Fame. But it's a shareable fame. I want to invite you all to the party. I want people to feel a part of this lifestyle. That is a bit of a blast from the past, and more of the recent past as well, which is really cool. 태진 클럽님, liking that song, I think. 노래 너무 좋아요. 둠칫둠칫. I agree. It's kind of nostalgic for me as well. Very cool though, very cool stuff. Soinim as well, loving this too. Welcome everybody to Midday Mate. You are live in the studio in Busan on this Thursday afternoon. You're listening on BEFM 90.5 and 103.3 FM in the Kijang, Cheongwan and Noksan areas as well. I'm your host Nick, and in the last half, we had Michael Garrett in the studio for our segment Close Up. We were talking about movies, particularly movies with Hwang Jung-min in them. And we have a lot of movie fans. And what I gathered from skimming, because there were a lot of messages, was that a lot of people aren't fans of horror movies. They're 너무 무서워서 못 보겠다고 사람들이 그렇게 말씀하셨는데요. Including 최숙님 as well saying, I'm not a big fan of horror movies. Oh, that's a shame. I mean, it's not a shame. I understand. I have to tell you, my favorite genre of movie is either horror or science fiction / psychological thriller. I don't know. Personally for me, I love the adrenaline. I love when the hairs stand up on the back of your neck because it's so scary. That's my kind of movie. But I understand. It's not for everyone. My wife hates horror movies, so we have to watch movies separately sometimes. So if I want to watch a scary movie, she doesn't really watch with me, and that's fine. I understand. Well, welcome back, everyone. I'm going to tell you what's coming up in hour 2 of the show. We've got Today Quotes, where we introduce encouraging quotes from famous people, bite-sized banter as well. Kimberly is here to have a bit of banter with me, a bit of a chit-chat, daily fun conversations with a theme. And then following that, Don't Make a Scene will be here, where we introduce useful English expressions after listening to a short clip. And then we have Timeless Earworms, which is a Thursday staple where we introduce English songs that nearly anyone will be able to forget. No, wait, that doesn't make sense. That no one will be able to forget. And of course, I'll be checking your messages throughout the show. I'm going to remind you of today's text topic. 오늘의 텍스트 토픽입니다. What do you want to achieve this fall or this autumn in particular? 올 가을에 특별히 이루고 싶은 것은 무엇인가요? 오늘의 텍스트 토픽 문제입니다. Let me know. We have 미옥스텔라이님 saying, Hi Nick, I read that one, saying, I'll take pictures of nature every day and make time to read and write a little daily as well. That's what I want to achieve this autumn. I think that's amazing. That's a great thing to do as well. Take a picture of nature every day. Even if you don't look back in it, it's a good excuse to go outside and then find that good picture of nature. I think that's awesome. Let me know what you'll want to achieve as well. I'll read it out. We can kind of be accountability partners together as well. You can send all your messages to pound 9050 샵 9050 which will cost you 101. A Kakao Talk message, search for BEFM or 부산영어방송 in Korean. You can also search the smartphone app. Again, just add BEFM or 부산영어방송 in any app store. Or of course, you can listen on YouTube Live. We've got a wonderful, bustling community right now. Lots of talking, lots of sharing of ideas, which is fantastic. Some good tips as well. We have Taejin Club Nim saying that, movie tickets are kind of expensive, so they have a way to be able to buy them. Secondhand is their tip. I'm not going to give any names out, but research it. It seems like a good way to get a cheaper movie ticket. I might look into that myself as well. We're going to take a song break, and then we'll be back with today's quote. This is Hey There Delilah by Plain White T's.
Delilah, what's it like in New York City? I'm 1,000 miles away, but girl, tonight you look so pretty, yes you do. Times Square can't shine as bright as you, I swear it's true. Hey there Delilah, don't you worry about the distance, I'm right there. If you get lonely, give this song another listen, close your eyes. Listen to my voice, it's my disguise. I'm by your side. Oh, it's what you do to me. 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 What you do to me. Hey there Delilah, I know times are getting hard, but just believe me girl, someday I'll pay the bills with this guitar. We'll have it good. We'll have the life we knew we would. My word is good. Hey there Delilah, I've got so much left to say. If every simple song I wrote to you would take your breath away, I'd write it all. Even more in love with me you'd fall. We'd have it all. Oh, it's what you do to me. 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 1,000 miles seems pretty far, but they've got planes and trains and cars. I'd walk to you if I had no other way. Our friends would all make fun of us, and we'll just laugh along, because we know that none of them have felt this way. Delilah, I can promise you that by the time we get through, the world will never ever be the same, and you're to blame. Hey there, Delilah, you be good and don't you miss me. 2 more years and you'll be done with school, and I'll be making history like I do. You'll know it's all because of you. We can do whatever we want to. Hey there, Delilah, here's to you. This one's for you. Oh, it's what you do to me. 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 What you do to me.
We just listened to Hey There Delilah by Plain White Tees. A lot of fans of this song as well. This is another classic, blast from the past for me, from my high school days as well. 태진클럽님 loving the style of music, saying 진짜 제 스타일 노래 선곡 작가님 너무 멋져요. It's our producer, he's all the credit for the music here. Really good stuff there. Even Po님 saying 제목은 모르지만 멜로디는 아는 노래예요. Yeah, it's been played a lot around the world, very popular as well. 진리님 interestingly saying, Nick, British 발음 연해졌나요? 아니면 나의 귀가 적응이 된 걸까요? Well, I don't know. I think I still sound, English, British, but my wife is American. So maybe I've kind of, mixed it up a bit. 이제 섞인 것 같아요. So for example, Americans will say vacation. 휴가 갈 때 vacation, take a vacation이라고 하잖아요. 근데 영국에서는 go on holiday라고 합니다. vacation이라는 말을 절대 쓰지 않는데 I now say vacation. So that's one way that I've become kind of more American. Yeah. Also, I don't say pretty as much. I'll say pretty. You're kind of like American. I don't pronounce the T's as much anymore. So maybe I'm slipping. Maybe I'm kind of becoming more American. Hopefully not. I'd like to stay English, but thanks for listening anyway. That's great. 오늘 멋진 날님 saying, my lunch breaks are very happy these days because I get to talk to good people and listen to good music. Never better. Fantastic. I love it. I'm glad that your lunch breaks are a bit brighter now as well. 진리님 saying, 퇴근할 때 들으면 더 힐링 되겠다. Yeah, maybe. At lunchtime, when you leave work as well, I think it's all good to listen to this show. But I'm glad it's lunchtime because when I look out, there's a window. You can't see in the studio, but there's a window to my right side and I can see the mountain. I can see the sunlight. I can see a car factory. It's beautiful. And the fact that it's still middle of the day, it kind of makes me feel good. So I like it. Okay, and we've also got rerun airing from 9 to 11 p.m. now as well. Oh yes, if you want to catch this show later tonight. The rerun is at 9 p.m. until 11 p.m. So if you're driving, if you finish late, 야근을 하시면 you can listen to this on the way back, which is great news indeed. It is now time for today's quotes. And today's quote is a familiar quote. Anyone who likes movies will know this quote. I'm going to say the quote. See if you can guess which movie it is from. My mama always said, life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Now, I said that in an English accent. Okay, I don't like impersonating accents, but it's so classic, I'll say it like this. My mama always said, life was like a box of chocolates. You never know which one you're gonna get. Does that make it easier? I'm sorry if there's anyone American listening. It was a pretty bad job. It's a very famous quote, though. Life is like a box of chocolates. The original quote was by someone called Winston Groom, who was an American author, lived from 1943 until 2020. The movie this quote is in is Forrest Gump, because it was his novel, Forrest Gump from 1986, which became a cultural phenomenon and then was adapted as a 1994 film of the same name. 미옥달리님 guessing Forrest Gump, Lee Kelly님 saying, okay, Forrest. I'm glad you guessed it. I love the movie. 오늘멋진날님, thank you, saying that was good vocal acting. Thank you. I'm not good at American accents, except when I make fun of it. When I make fun of my wife sometimes. She makes fun of me too, so it's okay. Even Stevens right there. Now, after the film was released, gaining a high box office and winning numerous awards, Groom's novel sold more than 1 million copies worldwide. Groom wrote a sequel, Gump & Co., published in 1995, and his last novel was El Paso in 2011. In the novel Forrest Gump, the title character retells adventures ranging from shrimp boating and ping pong championships to thinking about his childhood love as he kind of bumbles his way through American history. Kind of like when we were talking about Beterang with Michael as well. It's a fantastic story. He even goes to the Vietnam War, college football. It's all like a huge timeline of his life. Gump is portrayed as viewing the world very simply but truthfully. He doesn't know what he wants to do in life, but despite his low IQ, he's made out to be full of wisdom. And he says that he can think things pretty good, but when he tries saying or writing them, it kind of comes out like jello. I love that. It's such a basic way to say it, but it makes so much sense. His mathematical abilities as a savant and feats of strength lead him into all kinds of adventures as well. Now, Winston Groom wrote a total of 15 non-fiction works on such a variety of subjects, such as the American Civil War and World War I, as well as 5 multiple biographies. And that was today's quote, Winston Groom, from the famous novel and movie Forrest Gump. My mama always said, life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Means life's random, right? You can't choose everything. Life will be given to you. And you gotta take it how you're gonna take it, right? Make the most of it, because you don't know what's coming. That was today's quote. Every day we have an inspirational, influential, and hopefully uplifting quote. We're going to take a song break, and then it's bite-sized banter with Kimberly. This is Careless Whisper by George Michael.
Your hand and lead you to the dance floor. As the music dies, something in your eyes calls to mind a silver screen, and all it said goodbye. I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet have got no need a friend and waste the chance that I've been given. So I'm never gonna dance again the way I dance with you.
Welcome back, everybody, to Midday Mate. It is that time of the day where we have Kimberly in the studio to have some general chit-chat, a good light-hearted discussion. It is bite-sized banter. Hello, Kimberly.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. I feel like, because it's banter, and I guess with any conversation, you need to start with small talk.
Mm-hmm.
The weather's great. How's life?
Right.
Yeah. But I guess that's how you start all banter, all talks, right? For this segment, Bite-Sized Banter, we just go over interesting topics and we just have a little back and forth and discuss it, having a bit of fun, maybe get you guys and girls listening at home or wherever you are to think about these subjects too. What is the topic you've brought today?
It's quite a controversial one.
Oh, I like controversy.
The question is, are you pro or con Hawaiian pizza?
Oh, this is controversial. I have to be careful. So before I say anything, I want to state it's all personal preference. 맞다, 틀렸다 그런 건 없는데 저는 개인적으로요, I am pretty anti Hawaiian pizza.
Yes.
You too?
Yes.
I feel like we vibe pretty well.
I think so.
Similar opinions each day. Hawaiian pizza. So Hawaiian pizza, it's just ham and pineapple?
Yes, so it's the dough, the tomato sauce, the cheese, pieces of ham, and pineapple. That's it.
You know, in theory, it sounds nice. I love pineapples. I like pizza. But it's, I don't know, it's together. I know it ends up in the same place, but your taste buds are kind of like, wait a minute, is this a dessert?
Right.
It's kind of like some places I've been to, they put like apples and grapes in a salad. And I'm just like, I mean, if you like it, good for you. For me, it's a little bit odd.
Same.
Yeah. So, you're anti it. You know what? I was in Italy a few months back, and I went to a place in, I think it was Rome, and it was a really small pizzeria. And the Italian owner, she was a lovely lady, very, very loud. You know, Italians are very friendly and very loud. And she was asking, where are you from? We were like, oh, we just came from Korea. She's like, fantastico, you know, and things. And then I was waiting for my pizza, and I saw a sign on the wall, and it said, pineapple on pizza is illegal.
Oh.
And this is from an Italian
Exactly.
in Italy. So I was like, the Italians have said it, it must be true.
They have spoken.
Yeah, and I know Italy, you know, it's the birthplace of pizza, and now the whole world has taken pizza and made it into their own. Some have butchered it, you know. So, yeah, it's an opinion thing for sure, but I know a lot of Italians don't like it.
Right.
What's your favorite pizza?
My favorite pizza is just a plain pepperoni.
That's good.
Nothing else.
Are you a fan of like Chicago deep dish or New York thin?
Oh, no.
No? What?
I'm actually lactose intolerant.
Oh,
So I shouldn't even be eating pizza in general.
Okay.
But I love myself a pepperoni pizza.
With cheese?
Yes.
Do you just think, I'm just going to 고생해 for the next day?
Just deal with it afterwards.
My friend was lactose intolerant, and she used to take this powder medication before she ate pizza.
I have them,
Yeah.
but I just always forget.
Okay. It's worth it. It's worth it. My favorite pizza, they do not sell it in Korea. They sell it in America. They sell it in Italy. Very popular in Italy. They sell it in England. But in Korea, 찾을 수 없어요.
What is this pizza?
Anchovies on pizza.
Oh.
Now, anchovy, you know, is 멸치, right? But it's not like the tiny, like, 멸치볶음 멸치 that you find in Korea. It's like a slightly bigger,
Right.
almost sardine sized.
Right.
You lay it whole, or, you know, skinned, on the pizza slice, and it is extremely salty. So salty, but I love salty food. And so that with olives and jalapenos, it's incredible. But I haven't been able to find it here for like 10 years. So I don't know if they'll ever have it.
If I ever see it, I'll let you know.
You better text me because I want to know where it is. I've been starved of it. Yeah.
So this whole talk is with having to mix with sweet and savory, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever had French fries dipped in milkshakes before?
Wasn't this a trend that started in like Japan or something? Was it?
I've been doing this as a kid.
Oh, you have? Mm-hmm. So I know in Midday, the fast food place, they in some countries they do the chocolate sauce that you pour onto the fries. And I will never do that.
I wouldn't do that one either.
You dip them in your milkshake.
In my vanilla milkshake.
Vanilla milk. It has to be vanilla.
It has to be vanilla.
So you like that tanjan kind
Only
of flavor?
that though.
Okay.
So I'm super against pineapple pizza,
Yeah.
but really like my milkshake and French fries.
Huh. Interesting. I'll try it,
You should.
but I prefer salty. I'm all for salt and savoriness over sweetness. I'm not a huge tanjan, person. About as much as I can stand is maybe like, the kind of like 깐풍기 chicken, or like 탕수육 kind of. It's sweet but sour. But sweet and salty, not really my alley. Yeah. But interesting stuff. Everyone listening, do you like Hawaiian pizza? Do you like sweet and savory? Do you like tanjan, or do you just like one or the other? And what do you think about the Italians themselves saying that Hawaiian pizza should be illegal? Hey, it's your own opinion. If you enjoy it, 많이 드세요. I think that's important. Thank you very much, Kimberly, and I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Bye. Well, that was controversial, was it not? We have Soinim saying, really? Really? It's illegal? Illegal 정도? 그만큼 하와이안 피자를 싫어하시는 것 같아요, 이탈리아 사람들. Not everyone, but, I guess if it's your country's food, you feel proud of your food, right? Everyone knows pizza is from Italy, and they make, I think Italians make the best pizza. So yeah, I guess it's kind of like if, 순두부찌개 got really popular around the world, and then the Italians started, adding extra things to it, like maybe, let's put some sugar and chocolate in there. Maybe they see it like that. I don't know. But it is all totally opinion. 오늘 멋진 날님 saying, as a vegan, I claim that the Hawaiian pizza is one of the best inventions. And that's fantastic. But I thought Hawaiian pizza had pineapple and ham. Ham and pineapple together. I guess you can get just the pineapple version. More props to you, though. If someone gives me a pineapple Hawaiian pizza, I'll eat it. Maybe I'll take off the pineapple and eat it for dessert. But still, if you like it, enjoy it. Eat a lot of it as well. And Ingyonim saying, I would kill for a good mushroom pizza. Pepperoni is, of course, good. And I love my fries with vinegar sprayed on them. Love it. Yeah. I don't know about McDeng fries, but like chunky chips with like fish and chips with lots of vinegar. Beautiful. I love it. I like your style. 성희름님, welcome to the show. It's good to see you saying what's poppin'. We're just talking about pizza. 태진클럽님 saying 이탈리아 사람들은 보는 음식에 이 자부심 때문에 더 그런 것 같아요. I would agree. I would agree. Yeah, I would totally see. As Honginam saying, I've never seen any person who loves Hawaiian pizza. We have one in this group, so be nice. Remember, it's all personal opinion. All right, everyone, we're going to go into our next song. We've got a request song from 태진 클럽님 신청곡이 있습니다. She by Green Day.
Something riot that is draining through her mind. Waiting for a time, so smashing silence with a freak of self-control. Are you like a pillow that's been planned for you? Are you feeling like a social tower without a house? Scream at me until my ears bleed. I'll take just for you. She's figured out all her doubts with someone else's point of view. Wait for a time to matching silence with a freak of self-control. Are you like a pillow that's been planned up for you? Are you feeling like a social tower without a hands? Scream at me until my ears bleed. I'll take it just for you. Are you like a pillow that's been planned up for you? Are you feeling like a social tower without a hands? Scream at me until my ears bleed. I'll take it just for you.
We just listened to She by Green Day. That was a 신청곡 by 태진 클럽님. Thank you very much. Love a bit of Green Day. You know, back in my high school days in my band, I used to cover Green Day songs. We covered Holiday and American Idiot. I'm not calling anyone an idiot, but it was the name of a song. Great song as well. Thanks for that blast from the past. We've got lots of messages coming in. It is now 1:36 in the afternoon. Hope you're having a wonderful afternoon. I'm sure some of you have finished your lunch now. Maybe back at work, or maybe just relaxing at home. Whatever you're doing, I do hope you're having a good one. 태진 클럽님 a little bit earlier said, 와, 진짜 시간이 마법처럼 순식간에 1시간이 흐르네요. And then people saying, yeah, time flies, which is a good sign. It means you're all having fun as well. And then 소희님 saying, 점심때는 정신이 없어서 놓치기도 하는데 어제 저녁 운동하면서 다시 들었거든요. 놓쳤던 정말 좋은 내용이 많더라고요. 소재 잡고 대본 쓰시는 것도 힘드실 듯. That's awesome. That's awesome that you listened to it again to find the parts that you missed. And it warms my heart. It really makes me feel, I don't know, 감동받았어요. That you would want to listen to this show again. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. Also, back onto the pizza story. 원어머친날님 saying, I've just Googled images of felony pizza, but it seems like felony pizzas vary. I guess a felony pizza, 불법 pizza, right? It's like Hawaiian pizza in Italy, I guess. Anyway, everyone, it is now time for Don't Make a Scene. And this is where we make a scene from a TV show. I introduce useful English expressions after listening to a short clip. And this week, from Monday to Friday, we're going over a Simpsons episode called Homer's Sandwich. And this is where he's eating a sandwich and it's so big he can't finish it. And the sandwich goes moldy. It starts to turn. And Homer starts getting sick and his wife is very worried. Let's take a listen to the clip.
Sandwich. Jeez, we hardly made a dent in that 10-foot hoagie.
Oh, give it a good hope.
You've been eating that thing for a week. I think the mayonnaise is starting to turn.
2 more feet, and I can fit it in the fridge.
Homer, I found this behind the radiator. I really think you should throw it away.
Suggestion noted.
You look terrible.
I don't care. I'm going to Duff Gardens. So cold.
Your lips are turning blue. I think you better stay home.
No!
All right, that was the clip that we've been listening to this week. And hopefully, if you've been listening for the past few days, you'll now understand and recognize the previous expressions. Things like, you hardly made a dent, you barely ate it. Also, suggestion noted. 어제 배웠던 suggestion noted 이라는 말도 나왔습니다. 오늘은 you look terrible 이라는 말을 짚어보겠습니다. You look terrible. Now, this could mean different things in different contexts, right? 내용에 따라서 이 뜻이 좀 달라질 수도 있는데요. In this case, Homer, he's eating this sandwich and he's become very sick. He's become sick. So his wife says, you look terrible. And it means they look very bad in shape. It could be physically. It could be emotionally. In this context, because of food poisoning, he looks sick. He looks terrible. Now, terrible usually means like 끔찍하다 or 정말 안 좋다라는 뜻이죠. It can also mean boring, 재미없다. Like, that was a terrible movie. 정말 재미없는 영화였어. It was a terrible movie. Now, this phrase is used to describe someone's appearance, usually, when they look unwell, exhausted, upset, used in many scenarios. For example, maybe you didn't get enough sleep last night, and then you go to work the next day, and your colleague says to you, you didn't sleep last night, did you? You look terrible. It's maybe a little bit insulting. Maybe you have to be really, really close to them to be able to say that. Or you could say, after running a marathon, everyone looked terrible from exhaustion. Everyone looked terrible. They looked tired, sick, exhausted. Terrible. 너 정말 안 좋아 보여. You don't look good. So here it's talking about her husband, right? 여기서 terrible이라는 말은 남편이 아파 보이거나 좀 몸 상태가 안 좋다는 뜻이에요. You can also say, now if you don't want to say you look terrible, because it's quite strong, you look terrible, very strong words. If you want to maybe say it in a milder way, a bit more 착하게, a bit more kinder, you can say, you don't look so hot. Now, this could be confusing. Hot usually means like 덥다, 뜨겁다, or 잘생겼다, 예쁘다, hot, right? But in this case, you don't look so hot. Hot means good. So you don't look so hot means you don't look so good. And I would say this, personally, instead of terrible, because terrible is a very strong word. You don't look so hot is a bit milder, and I think it's a bit better. Yeah. So hopefully you learned something. That's a bit of a summary for you. It's good to see people remembering it as well. We see, people practicing, which is good. I like it. And you're welcome for the summary. Tomorrow, Friday. It's Friday tomorrow, right? Tomorrow will be our last day of this episode. And then next week, we will have a new show or movie coming your way. Are we going to listen to the clip? We'll listen to just that clip one time.
You look terrible.
You can hear the emotion in Marge's voice, right? Great voice actress, nonetheless. All right, everyone, that was Don't Make a Scene. We're going to take a song break and we'll be back with Timeless Earworms. This is Don't Stop Me. Oh, no, time after. What are we going to listen to? Oh, song request? Okay, we got a song request here from Miok Steliinim. We're going to listen to Don't Stop Me Now by Queen.
Tonight, I'm gonna have myself a real good time. I feel alive. And the world, I'm turning inside out. Yeah. I'm floating around in ecstasy. So don't stop me now. Don't stop me, 'cause I'm having a good I'm having a ball. Don't stop me now. If you wanna have a good time, just give me a call. Don't stop me now. 'Cause I'm having a good time. Don't stop me now. Yes, I'm having a good time. I don't wanna stop at all. Yeah. I'm a rocket ship on my way to Mars on a collision course. I am a satellite. I'm out of control. I'm a sex machine ready to reload like an atom bomb about to explode. I'm burning through the sky. Yeah. 200 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of light. I wanna make a supersonic woman of you. Don't stop me, don't stop me, don't stop me. Hey, hey, hey! Don't stop me, don't stop me. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I like don't stop me, don't stop me. Have a good time, good time. Don't stop me, don't stop me. Supersonic man out of you. Don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Don't stop me now. If you wanna have a good time, just give me a call. Don't stop me now. I'm having a good time. Don't stop me yes, now. I'm having a good time. I don't wanna stop at all.
We just listened to Don't Stop Me Now by Queen, requested by Miok Stelinim, and thankfully, we can now play this song, a legendary classic song. I hope you enjoyed that. Welcome back to Midday Mate. It is 1:46 in the afternoon on a wonderful Thursday. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Some messages coming in. We have 별이 전령님 saying, "You look terrible" equals 너 끔찍해. I guess if you directly translate it, that was our phrase from Don't Make a Scene. It just means you look really sick. 너 진짜 아파 보여. 안 좋아 보여. 상태가 안 좋아 보여. 라는 뜻이에요. But it could be translated as you literally look terrible, like a terrible person. On the opposite side, Soinim saying, "Nick, you look so splendid." I do love the word splendid. Splendid as such a refined kind of 세련된 느낌이 있죠. You look splendid, like drinking a cup of tea 하면서. Brilliant stuff, brilliant stuff. People talking about age as well. I feel like I'm getting older as well. It is now time for timeless earworms, because age isn't such a bad thing, because songs, they withstand the test of time. Songs stay young forever. And this is Timeless Earworms, where we introduce English songs that have stood the test of time, and they can live, as young people say, rent-free in our heads. 요즘에 인싸 용어래요. I don't know if it still is, but it was at least a year ago. And now, the song we're going to cover is Hard to Say I'm Sorry by Chicago. Chicago was one of the first rock bands of the 60s and 70s to take on a softer, more keyboard-driven sound in the 80s, downplaying their famous horn section. They were followed by Yes, the owner of A Lovely Heart, Van Halen with Jump, and Heart, These Dreams, onto the charts with this new sound. Chicago vocalist Peter Cetera wrote this with David Foster, who also played piano on the track. The song finds Cetera trying to desperately hold on to a relationship that has fizzled out, promising to make up for his indiscretions and playing the "we've been through so much" card, right? Making excuses, saying, "Let's not break up, we've been through so much together." Now, Foster worked on a similarly themed song for Earth, Wind and Fire a few years earlier, after the love has gone. The single version of this song runs at 3:48, 3 minutes and 48, but the album version is a bit longer as well. And the full version is what the band usually plays in concert. So we're going to listen to this song. This is a classic, timeless earworm, Hard to Say I'm Sorry by Chicago.
Everybody needs a little time away. I had to say from each other. Even lovers need a holiday. Far away from each other. Hold me now. It's hard for me to say I'm sorry. I just want you to stay. After all that we've been through, I will make it up to you. I'll promise to. And after all that's been said and done, you're just a part of me I can't let go. Couldn't stand to be kept away just for the day from your body. Wouldn't wanna be swept away. Far away from the one that I love. Oh, now it's hard for me to say I'm sorry. I just want you to know. Hold me now. I really wanna tell you I'm sorry. I could never let you go. After all that we've been through, I will make it up to you.
a timeless song for timeless earworms. That was Hard to Say I'm Sorry by Chicago. I loved it. I loved the build-up towards the end. It was epic, and I hope you enjoyed that too. The time is 1:54 in the afternoon. We have to start wrapping up Midday Mate. Before we do close up, 태진 클럽님 had a question. 찝찝해. 이거는 어떻게 말해요? 앞전에 마이클이 이 곡성 얘기할 때 생각났거든요. You know what? 찝찝하다 is one of the hardest words to translate, I think. Kind of like 답답하다. 상황에 따라서 좀 뜻이 다르잖아요. So, for example, me personally, I have to make my bed in the morning. 그래서 침대 정리를 못하면 완전 찝찝하다. In that case, I'll be like, I feel really angsty because I can't make my bed and I feel like I need to make my bed. It's really hard. I think 어느 멋진 날님 had a good one saying, I have a nagging feeling. Kind of, there's that nagging feeling in your head that's like, I don't like it. I don't like this situation. It's going to be different for every sentence. Soinim saying, the movie left a bad taste in my mouth. Yeah, it's not that I hated it, but it was just it left kind of a bad taste in my mouth. Very interesting to translate, but very, it's quite fascinating. That's the word. It's fascinating. Well, everybody, it is now 1:55 and I do have to wrap up this show. Otherwise, we can't listen to our last song. Join me tomorrow. It's Friday. Let's have some good Friday vibes. I'm going to leave you with As Long As You Love Me by Backstreet Boys. Have a wonderful afternoon.
As long as you love me. Although loneliness has always been a friend of mine, I'm leaving my life in your hands. People say I'm crazy and that I am blind, risking it all in a glance. And how you got me blind is still a mystery. I can't get you out of my head.
Your bridge to the world. BEFM 부산 영어방송.
혹시 지금 운전